adjusted my chair height.
Yeah, nice. Hey, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, buddy.
So, is there any cause in this world that you feel strongly enough about
Joshua and T-Mac.
where you would
Generational.
nail your ball sack to the cement?
Where I would nail my ball sack to the cement. Well, first of all, that raises a few issues for me. First of all, how would I nail into cement?
Okay, well, you can certainly nail it through your scrot.
I can definitely nail into my scrot.
The tip of that nail will go through enough to actually hold your scrot down.
Into the cement.
Correct. Or cobblestone, maybe we're talking asphalt, I don't know.
See, that makes it even worse because that makes the actual nailing more impossible because the nail won't stay in the asphalt.
But you're eluding the question.
Will it? Will it stay in the asphalt?
Is there any cause
that
you feel strongly enough about that would entice you to nail your balls to the concrete?
So I've got so I have some magic nails. Let's just say.
Okay, let's put it that way. Sure.
I have some magic nails. I'm not nailing on wood. I'm nailing on cement for some reason. So I need magic nails.
No, I don't agree with that. Look, there would be some concrete nails available to you.
How would a nail?
Again, you're not answering the question. This is a direct question.
Well,
you'd be a horrible witness
in a way. You're putting the question in a way. Okay, so would I nail my scrotum? No, I would not, Tino.
There's no cause that you feel strongly enough about?
No, but I did see a video of someone nailing his scrotum
recently
to a table for a neck nomination.
What?
Yes, that was his neck nomination thing. Because you know when it sort of got out of hand and people started doing crazy stuff instead of just drinking, which is what the idea was.
Right.
Well, this one guy, he snorted a line of coke. Did a suicide shot. Sculled a beer and then nailed his scrotum to a table.
He filmed all this.
And then he got it all filmed. He didn't film it himself, obviously. He was busy nailing his scrotum to the table with normal nails, not magic nails.
Well, that kind of makes my story null and void, really, because that was even better. No, but there's a performance artist in Russia.
Okay.
You know, the Olympics are coming to Russia soon.
Mm-hmm. Russia's Sochi.
Yeah, that's correct.
Sochi.
This guy, he's a performance artist. He sat in the Kremlin, in the middle of the Kremlin.
What's a Kremlin?
Well, that's like the center area, I think. The Kremlin is like Russia.
So the Kremlin is Russia. So
he sat in Russia.
It's like it's a metaphorical thing.
No. But he sat there and he
it symbolizes Russia
in a way.
So it's
the Kremlin. No, the Kremlin.
So he sat.
No, anyway, he sat in Red Square. Let's put it that way.
So he's got magic nails.
Red Square. It's like the big plaza thing.
Is it an actual red square?
It is. No, it's not red. But he nailed his sack. He sat there butt naked.
Yeah.
Nailed his ball sack to the. It was actually
to the concrete.
It was cobblestone actually. Nailed the concrete and just sat there in protest. His cause apparently was it was a metaphor. This is his words. Except he spoke Russian.
Sure.
Metaphor for the apathy.
Well, I mean, you could at least do an accent. Yeah.
It is a metaphor for the apathy, political indifference, and fatalism of contemporary Russian society.
That's good. That's a good accent. Now say it in normal because I wasn't
metaphor for the apathy, political indifference, and fatalism of contemporary society.
Wow. Okay. So what's he trying to say? Because there's lots of big words in there. And
look, he's just saying, Russia doesn't care for their people. Yeah. They're apathetic. They're indifferent. They don't give a shit. They don't want any positive change whatsoever. So. In aid of that, no, that's sympathy.
Okay.
In aid of that, I'm going to nail my balls to the ground.
Fantastic.
So, I think he also later, because he had some more causes he wanted to address.
Yeah.
He's not happy with the fast food scene there.
Sure.
He sandpapered his asshole for that one.
Of course he did. Yeah, definitely.
That one came off well.
That's gonna get the message across.
He spackled his nipples. That was in aid of kitten health. Vaccinate your kittens. I'm
vaccinate your kittens.
Spackle my nipples.
He's getting the word out there, isn't he? By doing things, he's getting the word out there. And what better cause than kittens?
And I like the fact that it's kind of along the lines of like a DIY kind of reality show. So they're going to create one called the Soviet Bloc, and that's going to be...
And it's just going to be him nailing himself to different things for different causes. I'm sure a tape measure will be involved there somewhere. Absolutely, just different lengths,
measuring his erection,
magic nails, like nailing into unnailable materials,
all
and
that
shit.
Kind of stuff. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Russia because that was one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So the Winter Olympics are coming up. Sure.
Yeah, they are.
Sochi.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, however you pronounce it. Sochi,
yeah.
Is it just me, T-Mac, or does it just seem like it's not as impressive as the normal Olympics.
Why?
Well, it just doesn't feel the same. Like, you know, when the Olympics come, it's called the Olympics. They don't have to just call it the Summer Olympics, do they? They just call it the Olympics.
Yeah.
And it's the Olympics, and everyone gets excited about it, and it's all about, you know, people, and it's like prestigious, and the athletes, and then the Winter Olympics come along, and it's like, hey, here are the Winter Olympics.
No way,
and
dude.
It just doesn't seem the same.
I completely disagree with you.
Is that right? Well, maybe because I'm in a...
No, I like the Winter Olympics far more than I will definitely watch more events in the Winter Olympics. Who wants to watch a fat Russian woman shot put?
Maybe that's because you're American.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's because you're used to the snow and you're used to the winter sports.
I want to see some young dudes pulling some mad air on a snowboard in a half pipe, shit like that.
I'm into that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to look at the dudes for any other reason than the...
Well, I mean, what about the ice skaters? The ice skating chicks, you know? They've got tiny little tutu skirts.
They have got small skirts. Thank you for pointing that. You know what?
Yeah.
You've sold me. All right,
you're converted. Converted you to the Winter Olympics.
I am going to watch all sorts of winter sports, my man.
You best.
Winter shot put, winter javelin.
Because the cold weather does bring about changes in a woman's body as well, which is quite nice.
Small body. Oh, you're talking about the enlargement of certain areas
and or protrusion thereof.
Protrusion is a good word for a word.
Yes.
And I believe I will be watching the Winter Olympics, T-Mac.
I think everyone should. Let's go away for a second, unless you had anything else to say, or you wanted to stretch out this for the drop.
There's not so much a drop in the song as a sort of flow, and I don't want to kill the flow, so let's stop talking right now.
Come right back.
Yeah. Yes.
Frisky crowd today.
They're clapping different, aren't they?
We got a frisky crowd today.
I feel like they're clapping different. Right?
Look, they're doing the Mexican wave.
It's almost as if we have pre-recorded claps, and today we've chosen a different one.
It almost sounds like that.
It almost sounds like that, but obviously we have a live studio audience in here
thanks
today.
everyone for coming to join the studio audience.
Really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So we got them in. So, T-Mac, I've got something that's been happening. It's reoccurring in my life. And I have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. And I don't know if you can relate with me here, but I am irresistible to the same sex.
Yeah.
Absolutely irresistible. They can't keep their hands off me.
Sure.
And, you know, I'm a straight man.
Yep.
I'm straight. So I'm not going to give in to the temptation.
Oh, so there is some temptation.
Well, I mean, they're trying to throw it out there.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
You know, and I
have noticed this.
It's a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
I have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay. It's really hard. I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
hope not.
But it's, you know, it's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and it's, you know, you have to be sort of nice about it, and you have to accept it, and you have to, like, treat it as if... You have to treat it as if it was an ugly girl hitting on you. Mm-hmm. That's how I sort of see it. So when a guy hits on me, it's like, just treat them like an ugly girl, you know?
Okay, but when you say hits on you, like this person in question who happens to be in the workplace, you are talking about one particular person, I believe.
There's two at least in the workplace.
Okay, yeah.
And then there's others as well, but... You know, so you see this happen on a day-to-day basis.
I do.
And what do you see? There's touching... There's a lot
of... It's just like a conversation for the sake of it, just to come over to talk to you, to be able to look you at your face without like having to creepily look over one side. You know, it's like maybe they'll come over and talk to you about the whiskers on your face and how you can maybe use a beard trimmer to actually accentuate
which
that.
are looking lovely at the moment as well.
Yeah. You getting compliments on those these days?
I am indeed. Actually, a lot of people are just like, hey, so what's up with your face?
Yeah.
And I don't really know how to take that, but I take it as a compliment. But yeah, there's a lot of talking involved. There's a lot of, you know, hanging around and touching and that sort of thing. And just recently, I got a message on Facebook from someone that I didn't have as a friend on Facebook, and all it said was, Josh, why do you have to be straight? And it was from a dude at my gym.
Oh, really?
Just came out and straight said it. So he was a little bit hammered one night, And he said, hey, why do you have to be straight? And I said, well, sorry about that, brother.
So up until this point, you thought he was straight?
Yes, I had no idea.
And so you've just chatted with him at the gym?
Just chatted with him in the gym.
How much you pushing? Yeah, you pushing that? Yeah, feel that. Yeah, feel that. Yeah, cool.
Just like, grab my dick. All right, cool. No worries.
Yeah,
let's do that. Yeah, a couple of straight dudes.
Yeah, a couple of straight. Let's go to the locker room. Let's shower together.
You want to fucking make out? Let's do that. A couple of straight dudes making out.
Wouldn't it be funny if we were, we like made out hard and because we're both straight. So let's just try it. Let's just do it.
Let's just bang each other and just see what happens. Just a couple of friends doing it. What are you gonna do? There's a couple of dudes. So we got that, and then anyway, so I said sorry. I said, sorry, bro. I'm straight. Whatever. Yeah. And then a couple of months later, again, he got a little bit intoxicated, and he sent me another Facebook message, and it just said, "Kiss me."
Oh God.
So he's showing a little bit of patience. He let it go for a couple of months. Play a little bit hard to get with me. And then
hold my hand, touch the back of my hand first.
Yeah.
And then Josh at the gym, he'll be like,
you want to spot me?
Can you? Can you spot me there?
No, I cannot.
Can you spot me? I'll just put my hand here. Would you like to rest yours on mine? Lie your hand on mine.
Have you ever had a dude hit on you, T-Mac? Is that
yeah, definitely. Back in San Francisco, used to happen all the time.
Yeah, San Fran,
huge gay scene over there, and. Yeah, I mean...
how do you react to it? What do you do?
Well, I used to be a bit aggressive. It would annoy me because it would happen a lot. And I remember one time in particular, I was coming back from a friend's house, and I was on the tram, a similar type of tram, streetcars, they're called there. And there was this, dude sitting across from me, and he just kept, looking at me silently and smiling, really really coy. He was being real coy about it and smiling. And I was a bit stoned, and I was just why is this guy looking at me? Why? Stop it.
What are you looking at me for? I'm just you're getting paranoid.
So I basically got a bit aggressive. I was like, what the fuck you looking at? And I was angry. I didn't know. So,
T-Mac,
I know.
That's a lesson for the kiddies out there.
It wasn't really. It's not homophobic. I was just.
It's not homophobic. It's not about that. He's a dude.
Staring at you, making you uncomfortable. Yeah.
If you're at a club and a guy is just looking at you.
Yeah.
I mean, you assume that he wants a piece, as in not a good piece. He wants to fight you.
Yeah. I mean, I was young then too, and probably 20 or something like that, and I didn't know what to make of it. Now, if that happens, you
learn about sex.
But you can get flattered. You're flattered, but I'm not going to take that.
Yeah, there's something about it. I enjoy that they want to bang me.
Sure.
Not that I would ever do it, but it's nice to know that that someone thinks you're bangable,
unilaterally attractive.
You know what I mean? It's kind of totally. In a weird way. I don't hate that they want to bang me.
But you have universal appeal. You love it.
Exactly.
Bam.
It's weird. It's kind of strange. It's kind of strange.
Your desire.
So I flaunt it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hey fellas. I put it out there.
Last Friday on casual day, you wore hot pants.
Yeah, exactly right. And real tight, short. And I just kept walking past there. Yeah. And I'd just be rubbing. Oh, sorry. I was just rub up against.
At one point, did you let one testicle hang out?
I mean that I do regret that one.
Yeah.
That one was maybe gone a little bit far, but it had to be done. So I'm on the train, again, completely random. There was this fella on there, and he was obviously of that, team.
Yeah.
And he was blatantly, because I had my sunnies on, and you know how I am on the train. I'm looking one way with my sunnies. Yeah, I'm looking the other way with my eyes.
You're using the windows as full-on reflective devices for
it's mathematical. There's equilibriums going on, and so I turned away and I was looking at this dude to see what he was looking at because he was looking directly at me, and he took his time looking me all the way down, and then all the way back up again a couple of times. Yeah. So. Anyway, so...
That happens to me on the tram daily, but with
old ladies.
Yeah, with...
80-year-old...
well, I mean... let's call them baby boomers.
Women don't find me attractive. Women don't find me attractive, so I don't know what you're talking about there.
True enough.
But yeah, baby boomers, there you go. Generational.
So we're on the topic of women.
Oh, we're talking about women. Good segue.
I've come up with a new app.
Okay.
An iPhone app.
You come up with an iPhone app idea.
Yeah, for an idea. And it's based on women.
Concept.
Women generally have an insecurity about their bodies. More particularly about their breasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their titties.
About their breasts.
In what sense do you feel?
Well, a lot of them
too
think...
big, too small?
Exactly.
Like,
all that.
No matter what they have, they're not happy. Like,
exactly. They think...
we know women.
So I've got an app.
There's no better source for knowledge on women than Generational Podcast.
So it's this is a great idea for an app. Okay. This is a way of women to be able to feel better about themselves by getting a breast assessment through an app.
Okay.
Here's the concept. So basically, through the app, you can take a front camera selfie of your breasts.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Of any angles.
Yeah.
That automatically gets sent off to the generational team.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, for assessment.
Us, you and me.
Yeah, that's right.
Strictly you and me.
We will then judge them based on areola size, puffiness, flatness, lopsidedness.
Nipple color is important to
exactly
me.
Right.
I think.
If you got some goosebumpy things on the nipples, things like that. Inverted nipples will be assessed as well.
Yeah, the contrast between the color of the inside cleavage versus the outside cleavage, and also the nipple color versus the skin color.
East, west, north, south, pointing direction. They could be bananas. They could be, going down south, what have you. So there's a 20-step criteria by which these breasts will be assessed. We will then, first of all, we're not going to send any details back unless they're bad.
Unless they're bad.
So take your selfie. It comes right to us. If something's bad, if something's wrong with them,
hear from us.
We'll let you know. If they're great, look, just assume that we're having a good time with them.
Yeah,
right?
You've done your
fantastic
job.
App.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's positive not to hear from us.
Absolutely.
Is basically what you're saying.
And what we're going to do with the ones that we do find, that are really above standard, we're going to have a contest, Best in Breast. And this will be...
Best in Breast.
Best in Breast will be posted via the app.
Okay.
To all its members with the top 10 breasts that we've assessed. So...
Now, let's just theoretically say that either of us knew how to build an app.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea, actually.
I've got a couple names for it.
Okay,
a couple names for it. A couple possible names. Give me some feedback, listeners, if you think. The first one, Juggler.
Juggler is nice.
Juggler.
With an A at the end? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, Juggler. Nice. Juggler. Hey, are you on Juggler?
Yeah.
Do you use Juggler a little bit? Yeah, I used it the other day. Oh, I used it. Yeah, my grandma uses it. Yeah.
Can Scan.
Can Scan.
Can Scan.
What's can?
Well, cans are like...
the can scan.
Yeah, the can scan.
Oh, interesting. Give us your thoughts on all of these on facebook.com/generational podcast, by the way.
And I assume you'll be coming up with one for the gay male market as well, because now that you're... right into that.
Yeah.
You've delved into that.
Yeah.
You know the motions.
I'm part of it.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
It's basically just sign up and you get a picture of my breasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight away. And then that's the app.
That's great.
You just sign up and you get a picture of my bare breasts.
That's fantastic, dude.
And I have little nipples as well.
As I do.
Yeah,
as do I.
Like 10-cent coin little. Not too little.
Mind you about 10-cent coins.
10-cent coins.
Yeah,
and
I'm feeling them as I talk to you.
And they contrast with my skin colour as well, which is perfect.
I'm touching you.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm touching you and you're touching me.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's the podcast.
Brown nipples. Okay, let's move on.
T-Mac, it's episode 69.
Yes,
today.
Indeed, it is.
I just thought that we'd take a moment just to let that soak in, that it's episode 69. We are a comedy podcast, and 69 is a hilarious number.
I don't find it so hilarious anymore. I think I did when I was 18.
Don't you see it like in credit card numbers and you're like, oh, you know what, 69?
Not really. I mean, like, after I was about 18, 19, I just
it stopped being funny.
I began doing the act instead of just laughing at the number.
Oh, so there's where we differ.
It's one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things.
There's where we differ.
Okay. You don't like that?
No, I do. I love doing it. It's fantastic. 69 all the way. But that's what I find great about it. I mean, it's almost more of a milestone for us than like doing 100 episodes.
This is true.
Because it's, for me, it's like, it's a special number. It's 69. It's hilarious. It's a good number. Yeah. And also, T-Mac, it comes up a lot in my life. Have you ever seen the movie Number 23 with Jim Carrey?
No.
Okay, so basically the concept of the movie is this guy, everywhere in his life, he's seeing the number 23. It's always popping up everywhere in in his bank balance, in his date of birth, in his address. It's always around him, and it drives him nuts, and he goes crazy about it. You know what I mean? 69 is my number 23. It's in everything. It's in my mobile number. It's in my bank account number. It's on my credit card as well.
Yep.
It's on all sorts of things. I've got the number 69 following me around, T-Mac, and I love it.
Okay.
It's great. So just wanted to give a shout out to 69.
Do you know what 68 is?
Is it something to do with being upside down with I don't know. No.
It's you do me, and I'll owe you one.
Oh,
you like that? You like that? Yeah.
With a San Fran attitude.
Yeah, well, I ain't giving nothing back.
Step off.
Do me, I owe ya.
Step off.
Here's my I owe you. Got an update on Wendy Dang. I don't know if you remember.
Wendy Dang, good old Wendy Dang.
Who is Wendy Dang?
Wendy Dang is the chick that sent in an email to us. No, it's not. It's the
former blood-sucking wife of Rupert Murdoch.
Yes, indeed. Yes, that's where I was going with that one.
She's back in the news. She's some funny writings of hers from the past have come and been they've been published in Vanity Fair magazine.
Okay, this is legit. This is a real story. It's
It reveals her love for former British Prime Minister Tony Blair.
Sure.
Okay. And this is funny because she wrote this was found in her diary when she was 14 years old.
Okay. Yeah. Before she became a blood-sucking
ex-wife of a rich billionaire. Yeah. And she lays it out pretty thoroughly as to how she likes Tony Blair and all his physical attributes. And I've got some excerpts here that I will read.
Here we go.
So, age 14, I don't think English was necessarily her first language.
Sure.
But I'll let you ascertain that. Oh shit, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Whatever, why I'm so missing Tony.
Poetic, yeah.
Okay. Because he is so charming. His clothes are so good.
Oh, that's nice.
He has such good body, and he has really, really good legs, butt. Good legs, butt, B-U-T-T. Okay. And he is slim, tall, and good skin.
Oh, see it, yeah.
I mean, that's
the way.
Pierced blue eyes, which I love. Right? Love his eyes. She reiterates that.
Reiterates. It really is a lot about his eyes.
Also, I love his power on the stage.
Yes. Oh.
And what else? What else? What else?
No, it's poetic. It's a haiku.
Thank you.
That's from the readings of Tim McDonald.
It's an isosceles. It's the vibe.
That is impressive.
Yes.
By her. She's very into John Blair.
So Wendy Dang, who the hell, like that dude?
What's his name again?
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair.
Former Prime Minister.
Tony Blair.
Of the UK.
UK Prime Minister.
British. Yeah,
wow.
UK. Yeah.
That is impressive.
I mean, it may say something to what happened to her later in life when she likes, just a bland white man, but that has the power. So, Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah.
What did he have? What did she? Oh, how I love his skin. Oh. His skin droop like the sap off a tree, right? His testicles lie in my mouth like a cup of tea.
Oh,
bag.
So we're rhyming.
Yeah, that's what she
did.
We're
rhyming.
She did rhyming later. Yeah.
Yeah. So she worked up. She was only 14.
I love to pull his teeth out and wash them before bed.
Yeah, that's
put them in cup before I give head.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
So she went there.
Did you just come up with that just
I
then?
did.
Because you haven't got that written down.
No, I don't have that written down.
That's very impressive.
Oh Rupert, how when you put it in, it hurt. So that's what came later.
It's getting hot in here.
Those were the unpublished diaries.
X-rated Wendy Dang readings.
Unofficial Dang.
You heard it first at Generational Podcast, and you won't hear it anywhere else because we kind of
made it
all up. Oh, Wendy Dang, so many segments about you.
So many white men, so little time, Wendy.
My girl. So, T-Mac, I just wanted to give you an update. Went to the old local down in Berwick last weekend, and it was a big night. Went out with my sister and a few of the mates.
The former Blitz, now called Dance. With an exclamation point?
It is with an exclamation point, actually, and we refuse to call it that.
Yeah, it's pathetically unoriginal.
Isn't it? It's just, it's a thing. That's a verb. What are you talking, like, I'm not interested in that.
After I go to Dance, I like to go down to the convenience store, shop.
Yeah, exactly.
And I like to buy things.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Well, you just called it Dance.
Yeah.
Like, good on you.
You
could have just called it Club.
No.
No, I'm not interested in it. No, anyway. Don't get me started on it.
No, okay. Well,
we haven't got enough time on the podcast to talk about the name of Blitz. So I went there, and I may or may not have hooked up with a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do we know?
Well, I was pretty hammered, so I don't know.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you blacked out.
It happened.
Okay.
I was there.
Yeah.
And I heard the next day, I was talking to someone, and they said, "Hey, you remember that young lady from last night?" I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. She was 17. Oh, really?
Oh.
Fantastic.
But legal age here is...
Legal age is 16. So 16, it's fine. Yeah. There's no problems with it. But I just thought it was great just hearing it the next day. Underage, T-Mac.
So she's not underage, though. If legal age is 16 to have
legal
sex,
age to be in a club is 18, though.
Yeah, but... Okay, so she's underage for being at the club, but she's legal to have sex with.
Yeah, you're right.
So not
impressive
really
at all.
Not really under. I think what you like is, again, getting back to this, you're universally desired person. You can get your 16-year-olds.
16-year-olds.
You can get your 38-year-old gay men.
38-year-old men. Yeah.
You can get Wendy Dang.
I can get Wendy Dang if I want. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
I mean, no question.
I'm a slim man with a good legs butt.
Yeah, you are, but. I mean, who else can you get? You can get.
Oh, dude!
You get so many.
I mean, you're sticking to the human species here as well.
Yeah,
don't even get me started on all the other stuff that we can.
Yeah, good point.
Talk about it off air.
All right, let's do that. One last little thing I wanted to talk about, because I ride public transport a lot.
Yes, you do.
And there's one thing that happened to me a couple days ago on one of our 40-degree days, really hot day. Everybody's got the sleeves rolled up, right? All the women are sporting mad flesh. There's flesh everywhere.
A lot of flesh going on. There's a lot of skin.
Everywhere. And it's sticky and it's hot.
Sticky and smelly and it's hot.
I ride the tram during peak hour, whether it be morning or going home at night. So the confines are pretty close quarters, you know what I'm saying? One thing that really is disgusting to me, nothing more disgusting to me than sitting next to a guy on the seat and the hairs on my arm lightly rubbing the hairs on his arm.
So you're far enough away, but close enough.
Is that the creepiest feel? I don't know. It's like they're Velcro or something. Like they're gonna latch on, and they're just. I can just barely feel it, and I can feel it, and I try to rub away. I move away.
Yeah,
a bit,
you try to move away,
and then we go over a bump or something. His arm comes back, and it's doing it again, and it just creeps me out.
You know what I like is knowing that his whole life of growing arm hair and your whole life of growing arm hair have led both of you to that one point where both your arm hairs
are intermingling.
Are intermingling together.
Yeah, fair enough.
Both your lives, it's destiny, T-Mac.
Okay.
You both reached that point where you have gotten to the same tram, stood in the same vicinity, and then all of a sudden, bam.
Fair enough. I never looked at it that way. Okay. Well, thank you for enlightening me.
You found your arm hair soulmate,
I did.
That's what you
great.
did.
Okay.
You should appreciate that, and I think everyone else should appreciate it. So, when you're on a tram and your arm hairs are touching someone, go with it.
Yeah, just go with it. It is destiny. And too many arms, I think, go without life partners, and arm hairs tend to live a destined for a lonely life.
I think that was one of the things Gandhi. That was one of Gandhi's points. I think
it was too. Yeah,
that was one of the things that he used to argue a lot. Is, believe in yourself, be courageous. Touch each other's arm hairs.
Yeah,
and just go with it.
Yeah.
Something about that, and free the slaves or whatever. What was his angle? I don't.
Yeah, something like that. Free the slaves. I think it was, wasn't it?
No,
it was a no, we're joking. We know it. Shut up. We know what Gandhi was about.
Gandhi, was it Mandela? I don't know. Yeah. Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, Gandhi. Oh, you're talking about
Nelson.
Gandhi. Yeah, you're getting those two.
Abraham Mandela.
You racist bastard.
Free the slaves. So there you go, episode 69.
That wraps up in a yin-yang type of manner. That wraps up 69. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I like to do nowadays? I like to sort of think about what we've talked about in the episode, because really we have no idea what we're going to talk about when we start. Today what did we cover? We covered nailing scrotums into concrete and different materials. Yeah. We covered my appeal to the same sex.
Yeah. We covered Best in Breast.
Best in Breast, which is an upcoming app, which is everyone should look into.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be on what's new in your iTunes store very soon, so look into it once we learn how to build apps, which I assume is easy.
Oh, well, who knows? I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
And other stuff, and also Winter Olympics is no good. We
yes, we did. I converted you. You are going to watch the Winter Olympics.
You know what? I actually will watch the Winter Olympics.
Don't be an asshole about it.
No, I'll be nice because you've actually convinced me.
Downhill slalom, freestyle snowboarding, kicks ass on javelin and fucking track and field, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you know
track
what?
and field, it's running. It's dudes running. Big deal.
I don't even know what I like about normal Olympics. I don't...
Stop calling them normal Olympics.
Well, it's normal.
Summer and winter.
They don't call it Summer Olympics, though. That's what I'm saying. That why do they have to say Winter Olympics? They could just be Olympics every 2 years, and one of the Olympics is in the snow, one of the Olympics not in the snow.
Ah, dude, I just... Look... Summer Olympics, Winter Olympics, done deal. We're both on board with the winter.
Well, all right, we're both on board,
and we will be talking about them on the cast.
We will be. We'll do a medal tally, and we'll get All right. So
that's it.
Get back to your lives, people. So thanks for listening for another half an hour of generationalness.
We'll get back to you with EP 70 next week. 7-0. 7 of the O or O77, whatever you like.
Whatever makes it more exciting for you.
Until then,
late.
Yeah.